So before starting, we'll look at some of the basics of equations. This topic is theory of equations, and we'll be looking at some of the basics of equations so that you get an understanding of how to solve these problems that I have lined up for you. Okay, so as you see, the topic here is theory of equations, and we shall get started, guys. Right. It is not trigonometry. Okay, it is theory of equations. So before we look at I'd like to talk about equations in general. When it comes to equation, you would have heard about linear equations, right? You talk about linear equations, then you talk about quadratic equations, then you talk about cubic equations, yeah. And then it goes on this for x bar 4 we don't have a specific name, but we just say polynomial equations. Okay, so polynomial, uh, not polynomial, you have degrees of higher power. Okay, so cubic equations is followed by higher power equations like x bar 4. Okay, now this linear equations is when you have stuff like this x plus 5. This is a linear equation, and quadratic equations are equations where you have x squared, the highest power is 2, uh, x squared plus 4x plus 5. So this is a quadratic equation. Quadratic equations are equations where the highest power of x is 2. So you'll have to look at the variable here. You have to look at the variable and see how its power is there. Usually it will be a single variable, but there are cases where you'll have to solve for two different variables in an expression. Okay, so this is an expression. Now, don't there is a difference between an expression and an equation. So please make sure that you know that this is not an equation. X plus 5 is not an equation, it is an expression. Similarly, x squared plus 4x plus 5 is not an equation, it is an expression. Okay, so I'll tell you what the relation is. Then cubic equations will be like this. So we'll take x cube plus 5x squared plus 4x plus 7. Now this is a cubic equation. Why is it a cubic equation? Because we have um, the highest power is 3. The highest power of x is 3. That is why it is a cubic equation. So we still, like this, we have equations with the highest power as 4, as 5, as 6. It could go on. Okay, but these three, they have a name, but others, they don't have a name. They're just higher order equations. That's all, higher power equations. Now the important thing I was talking about is I mentioned all these as expressions, right? I talked about this, all these being expressions. Now this could be expressions, yeah, I get it. Okay, but when does this become an equation? This become an equation when you equate it with something. Now this is an equation. Okay, now when does this become an equation? You equate with something. Now this is an equation. When does this become an equation? It becomes an equation when you equate it with something. Okay, now this is an equation, guys. So this is an equation. Now the previous thing was an expression. Okay, so don't get confused about those things. So equations involving linear expressions are linear equations. Equations involving quadratic expressions are quadratic equations. Equations involving cubic expressions are cubic equations. Okay, so you get this. So once you get this, the most important problem, the type of problem that they ask here is, guys, is to find the root of these equations. They want you to find the roots of this equation. They want you to find the root of this equation. They'll want you to find the root of this equation. And one thing you have to keep in mind is root. The other name for root is solution. So sometimes they'll ask you to find the solution. And root, when they ask you to find the root, okay, you have to see what a root is. You have to understand what a root is. A root is the value of x, okay, root is the value of x which satisfies this equation. Okay, root is the value of x which satisfies this equation. Now for this equation to be satisfied, what should be the value of x? There can be only one value of x which can satisfy this equation, right? And that value is 0, right? If the x value is 0, then 0 plus 5 will become 0. So x is equal to 0 is what I call as root of this equation. This is called, so just make sure that you understand the names, guys. Sometimes people get confused. Roots or the root is the root of equation. Okay, so root of equation is x is equal to 0. Now when it comes to linear equations, you will have only one root, so that is x is equal to 0. But when it comes to quadratic equations, you will have two roots of this equation. Cubic equation, 3 roots. So power 4 will have 4 roots. Power 5 equation with the x power 5 will have 5 roots. Okay, so it goes on, it increases like this. 6 x power 6 will have 6 roots and so on and so forth. So right now we're just going to concentrate on this 1, 2 and 3, because those things are very advanced, so we don't want to get there. Right now we just concentrate here. Okay, so this is going to have one root. I'll write it here. This is going to have one root, and this is going to have two roots. This is going to have three roots, guys. Okay, now we don't want to get into how the roots will be. First we're going to look at, see, in placement examination they won't go beyond cubic equations. The maximum is cubic equations, but the basic is quadratic equations. So quadratic equations, I hope you all know it, but still I want to talk about it. Quadratic equation roots, guys, can be found using this: d is equal to b squared minus 4ac. Okay, so this is what we call as determinant. Okay, what is this d? This is what we call as determinant. Okay, so if this value, okay, if this value is greater than 0, then it means something. If this value is less than 0, then there is a meaning. If it is equal to 0, then there is a meaning. Okay, so this b square minus 4ac. Now what is this b square minus 4ac? I'll have to write this equation. I'm going to write a quadratic equation. Okay, this is a x square plus b x plus c. Now you see what is ABC. Okay, b squared minus 4ac will be, you have to take the coefficient of x squared, that is a. Coefficient of x is b, and the standalone coefficient is c. So I shouldn't say coefficient, I should say value. Okay, you can also say call it coefficient. Now depending upon this, if it is greater than 0, then it says something, okay, about the roots. Okay, if it is less than 0, again it says something about the roots. If it is equal to 0, it says something about the roots. We'll see what it says. Right, so when it is greater than 0, guys, what it means is, it means we have two distinct roots. Okay, distinct meaning different. Okay, when it is less than 0, it means we have no real roots. Okay, there is no real roots. So when it is less than 0, we might have some imaginary roots, so we are not concerned about that. So we, less than 0 case, or we are not going to concentrate. Okay, right now we are going to concentrate on greater than 0 and equal to 0. When it is equal to 0, we have only one root. Okay, we have only one root. Now I'm going to give you the equation where you get the roots. For this, the roots is given by minus b. Okay, uh, plus or minus, I'll just take this plus root d. Okay, plus root d divided by 2a. Okay, this is one of the roots. This is one of the roots that you are seeing here, guys. And the second root will be, the same thing, minus b minus root d. Okay, minus root d divided by 2a. Okay, so this is the second root. Okay, just have the minus sign here. Okay, So if you whatever the value that you hear as d, just take the root of it and just do this, you will get the two roots. Now when it is equal to 0, I said we have only one root, right? So when when it is equal to 0, what do you think will happen here, guys? This whole thing will be gone, right? When it is equal to 0, root of 0 is 0, right? This thing will be gone. So it doesn't make any sense. So plus or minus root d will be gone. So it won't make any sense. So in this case, what we'll do is, we'll write, when in the case of this, when b is equal to b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, in this case it is minus b by 2a. That's it. This is the only root. This is the only root that we'll get. Okay, minus b by 2a. Okay, so I hope with this you can solve the all the quadratic equation problems. They ask you to find the roots. You'll be able to solve it. Okay, right now where I want to concentrate is, guys, is in cubic equations. So I have a few problems in cubic equations. With this you can solve quadratic equations. Okay, so don't worry about it. Just by knowing these two things, when it is greater than 0, use this. When it is less than 0, use this. You'll get the roots. Okay, but when it is given like this, we'll see how we form the we'll deal with cubic equations and see how to do it, right? What the question says here is, form equations with roots 1, minus 1, and then 3. Yes, you have three roots. What does it mean? It means it is a cubic equation. And yes, when you have three roots, guys, it means we are dealing with a cubic equation. Now how do you form the equation? Do you remember this? When we have quadratic equation, when we solve it, we'll have something like this, right? X minus 4, x minus 6. Yes, now this is how we'll say it, and we'll say the roots are 4 and 6, right? We'll, in quadratic equation, if we have x minus 4, x minus 6, we'll say the roots are 4 and 6. So if the roots are 1, what you do is, instead of 4 you change it to 1. Okay, and if the roots is minus 1, so this will become, instead of minus 6, this will become plus 6, because it is minus 1, right? Sorry, plus 1. Okay, now for this is for quadratic. For cubic you just have to add one more term of x, so you'll get x minus 3. Yes, now you're understanding. If it is, the roots are positive, here you will have negative, guys. If the root is negative, you will have positive here. Okay, I hope you understand that. So if you want to get an equation, what should you do? Just solve this, you will get the answer. Okay, what is a minus 1, a plus 1? A minus 1 and a plus 1 will give you what? A squared minus b squared. Okay, b is 1, so a squared minus 1 b squared is this, into x minus 3. Okay, into x minus 3. So what we are going to do is, we are going to multiply these two things. If you multiply these two things, you're obviously going to get a cubic equation, right? Yeah, because we'll see what happens. Just give me a minute here, okay? Yeah, so what is x square into x? It is x cube. Okay, then what is x squared into minus 3? It is minus 3x squared. Okay, it is minus 3x squared. Then what is minus 1 into x? It is minus x. Then minus 1 into plus is plus 3. Okay, so you see this, right? You see, what do you see? You see a quadratic equation. Okay, I mean, sorry, a cubic equation. So this is the equation that they are talking about. Okay, so the answer is this, guys. Right, so the next question we have here is, if a, b, c are the roots of the equations 4x cubed, 6x squared plus 7x plus 3, value of ab plus bc plus ca. They want you to find the value of ab plus bc plus ca. Now this is a cubic equation, and there are some rules in cubic equation which I'm going to give you. So make sure that you have both your ears open. Okay, this is very important. So what we do here is, it is pretty simple. If you have a cubic equation, okay, this is applicable for cubic equation, even for equations that have powers of 4 and 5, but for cubic equation it is especially like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take the 3a comma B, comma C. These are the three roots, right? So R, these are the three roots of the given equation. A, B, C are the three roots of the given equation. Now what we have to do is, guys, once you see that the three roots, you know what the three roots are. You have the equation. From the equation, you can pick out the roots. If you have the roots, you can make the equation with the roots. In a previous example, we had the roots, so we made the equation with the roots, right? So similarly here, we have the equation. So from the equation, what can you do? You can make the roots. So it is what I'd say is the method in which we do this is, we have three roots, right? So you do this. There are three roots. You take one root, each root one at a time, and sum it up. So it will become a plus b plus c. So you are taking one at a time. You are taking one root at a time. So a, b, c. Okay, you are selecting one root at a time. 3c1. Okay, 3c1 is 3, right? So a plus b plus c. This has a way of finding the answer. Okay, now you take two roots at a time. AB, BC, AC. Now we find answer for this in a different way. I'll tell you how we find it. You take three roots at a time. ABC. This can be done in only one way, right? So we find answer in a different way. Now A plus B plus C, guys, this is equal to, I'll write this equation in a different way. Okay, so then you will understand it. Okay, so this equation, guys, is ax cube plus bx squared plus cx plus d. Okay, so ax cube plus bx squared plus cx plus d, you would say a b c d. Yeah, now you know what is a b c d, right? They are coefficient. Now if you want a plus b plus c, what you must do is, you must take this b and divide it by a. This will give you a plus b plus c. If you want ab plus bc plus ac, you have to take c and divide it by a. If you want abc, you have to take d and divide it by a. See how easy it is. So we need to find this, right? We wanted to find this, so we'll take c. What is c here, guys? So I say C here is 7 and A here is 4. 7 by 4 is your answer. Okay. If they ask you A plus B plus C or A, B, C, use the appropriate formula, guys. Okay. So I hope you got this, very important in cubic equations. Right, the next one. So we are given three roots and it is 1 comma 1 comma a, and what we are given is, you want to find a. You know the sum of roots, guys. You know what the sum of 1 plus a, right? The sum of the roots will be equal to what? The sum of the roots will be equal to b minus a. Am I right? 6 by 4. Yes. What is b? B here is 6, a is 4. So the sum will be b minus a. So b, it is from the previous slide that I got this. Okay, so 6 by 4 is nothing but 3 by 2. So this is going to be equal to 3 by 2. Now if I want to find the value of a, what I'll do is, I'll do a is equal to 3 by 2 minus 2. Yes, I hope you're getting this. And this should give me the value of a to be a minus 2, right? So minus, I think it is, this will become 3 by 2 minus, or I should say it will become 3 minus 4 by 2. Okay, so which in turn is nothing but minus 1 by 2. So the value of a is minus 1 by 2, guys. Okay, so we'll just do one more so that you get good with this. Minus 1, 2a are the roots of 2x cube x square minus 7x minus 6, right? So minus 1, 2a are the roots of this. So again, you do the same thing. You have to find value of a. So minus 1 plus 2 plus a is equal to what? Is equal to b minus a. B is 1, a is 2, is half. Okay. So finally, you will have a to be equal to 1 by 2 plus 1. Okay, so this is going to be 3 by 2. Okay, so 3 by 2 is the correct answer, guys. So it is half plus 1, right? Half plus 1 is you will get 1.5. So the next one is if the product of the roots of 4x cubed 16x square minus 9x minus 9a is 9. So you know product, right? How do you do products, guys? So if a, b, c will be equal to d minus d by a. What is d here? D is minus 1 here. So a is 4. So minus 1 by 4. So they say this, sorry, it is not minus 1, minus a. Okay, it is minus a. So it is minus a by 4. So this is equal to 9. This is equal to 9. Now is it easy to find the value of a? Yes, the question is to find the value of a. Okay, so that part is missing there. So what is the value of a? A is equal to minus 36. Okay, so minus a by 4 will give you 9. So yes, so this should give you a is equal to minus 36. Okay, there is a little change here, guys. Okay, here the formula, I talked about a formula, right? So there is a little change here. So sorry for this. If a plus b plus c, okay, this one will have, this is nothing but minus b by a. Okay, a plus b plus c is actually minus b by a. Not only that, a b c, yes, this is actually minus d by a. Okay, now what is not minus is the thing with two things, a b, this one, this you don't have a minus sign, a b b c c a. Okay, this doesn't have a minus sign, so this will be equal to what is that, c, right? C by a. Okay, so this doesn't have a minus sign, so that is a 7 by 4 is correct. But here if you want the sum, it is minus b by a. So this is abc is minus d by a. So this will be plus a. Here already we have minus a, right? So minus of this minus will become plus. So that is why here the answer is not minus 36. The answer is actually 36. Okay. So just make this a little correction, guys. So sorry for this. Right. So the next question. So find S1, S2, S3 and S4. So we, as you can see, we have a question with power 4. Okay, and S1, S2, S3, S4 are the sum of their roots. So you'll have, see, for 3 you will have, yes. So for 3 we, you know how you found it, guys. You know how did you find it for 3? See, for 3, let us say we have 3 roots. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now what you did was you had the opportunity to take it like this: 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Yes, we found something for this. Then we also had the opportunity to, just a minute, guys. Why is this happening? This shouldn't be there, right? I'm talking about 3, so this should not be here. So now what happens is, then we have 1 2 plus 1 3 plus 2 3. Okay, now this is going to make you confused. Okay, just give me a minute, guys. I'll make it as a comma b comma c. Okay, this is the best we have now. These are the roots, 3 roots, so it will be a plus b plus c. So what is going to happen here? This is going to be ab plus bc plus ca. Okay, ab plus bc plus ca. So this is the sum of this. Now we are also going to have abc. Now if you see what has happened here is, I've taken one root at a time and then made sum. I've taken 2 roots at a time and then made a sum of it. I've taken 3 roots at a time and made a sum of it. So that is why we have this 3 sums. So I could call this as Just a second, guys. I could call this as S1, sum 1. I could call this as sum 2, and I could call this as sum 3. Okay. Now this S1, guys, sum 1. Now how do you say so sum 1 is nothing but B by C, and not just B by C, it is minus B by A. Okay, did I just say C? No, it is minus B by A. Yes, we saw this, right? But sum 2, when it comes to sum 2, it is just C by A. Okay, it is plus C by A. I just talked about it, right? Then sum 3, it is minus, again we have minus D by A. Okay, so this is for 3 roots. But look at the question. In the question they are asking you to find S1, S2, S3, S4 because the given equation has power 4. If it has a power of 4, what does it mean? Guys, it means we have 4 summations possible. Okay, so we'll see how 4 summations are possible. So A, comma B, comma C, comma D. Now this what happens is now the first possible sum is take one at a time. If I take one at a time, I'll get it like this, right? This is taking one at a time. Now this is going to give me one sum. Now I'm taking two at a time. What are the possible ways of taking two at a time? So AB, BC, CD, yes, and AB, AC I missed, AC and AD. So BC, BD is missing, right? BD. Yeah. So this is a possible sum. Now this is a possible sum. Now I'm taking 3 at a time. If I take 3 at a time, what are the possibilities? ABC plus ABD plus BCD plus BDA. Okay, that is ABD, right? So the final one is ACD. Okay. So this is the another sum. The final sum is take everything together. So A, B, C, D. Okay. Or I should say this product. Okay, this product of everything. So this is S1, S2, S3, S4, guys. So this is what they are talking about when they say S1, S2, S3, S4. They are talking about all this stuff. Okay, this is S1, S2, S3, S4. Now you know that this is S1, S2, S3, and S4. Now again the formula is the same thing. For S1, what do you have? Minus B by A, right? So the formula is the same thing. Okay, so this will be A, B, C, D, E. So we have an extra one, E, right? So it is formula is the same. It will be minus B by A for this one, and for this one it is C by A. This one it is C by A, and for the next one it is minus D by A. Okay, so you have to go to the minus again. Oh god, yeah, minus D by A, and for the final one, guys, it is plus. Again you have to come to plus E by A. Okay, it is E by A. Okay, so this is A is 1, B is 16, and C is 86. And you have to understand, guys, just give me a minute here. I just want to make sure you understand the signs well. So I'll just remove this. Shall I remove this? Yes. I'm not going to remove it. Okay. So what is the value of A? You tell me what is the value of A. From the equation you tell me. It is 1, right? Okay. So we are done with that. B. What is the value of B? From the equation you tell me it is minus 16. It is not 16. It is minus 16. What is the value of C? From the equation you can tell that the value of C is 86. Yeah, 86. I'll take it as 86. Next, what is the value of D? So for D we'll go upstairs. I mean to the next line. Value of D is minus 176. So again you have to be careful. It is minus 176. For E is, what is E, guys? For E it is 105. Okay, now substitute it. Okay, now minus B by A. What is minus B by A? It is going to be 16 by 1, right? Minus B by A is nothing but 16 by 1. That is equal to 16. C by A, what is C? 86. So 86 by 1 is going to be 86. And D by A, D minus 76. So minus D by A. So it is going to be plus 76. 176. Did they say 76? It is because it is 5 a.m. guys. Okay, so 176. Then E by A. Okay, so 105 is E. So E by A will give you 105. See, you are getting everything positive. So the S1 is 16. So this is S1 summation of 1. S1 is 16. S2 is 86. S3 is 176. S4 is 105. Okay, so right, I hope you got something out of this class of theory of equations. There is so much to talk about theory of equations. I'll meet you in another video, guys. Okay, but I think this should be sufficient for your placements. Okay, see you guys.